Hi, I'm Zach, and this is Challenger Vedic Astrology and Tarot. Welcome to the channel. Alright, this is the May Tarot reading for Aquarius, Ascendant, Moon, and Sun signs. And if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out me and the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the bell icon and select all. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, the links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. And if you'd like to donate to help support the channel, the links to those will be in the description box as well. Alright, Aquarius, these are your Vedic Sidereal placements, not your Western Tropical. If you don't know your placements, you can look up a free birth chart calculator online, or get a much more detailed birth chart from my website. But I use your Vedic Sidereal transits to confirm what we're seeing in your reading. Okay, I'm going to kick things off with the Celtic Cross with the Tarot, and then we'll close things out with a Kipper Oracle spread. I'm going to lay out your cards, and then we'll talk about it. So let's see what's coming up for y'all, Aquarius. Okay, so overall energy, we have the Page of Pentacles. This could be solid communication. This could be learning something. Page of Pentacles is the student in tarot. Now, I'm leaning communication, but this can be both. Alright, for the heart of the matter, we have the Nine of Swords. Stress and anxiety. Trouble sleeping could be there as well. A challenge, strength. It's a struggle to even find the strength to overcome whatever you're stressing about here. Now your focus with the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is a strong soul connection. This could be someone that you have nostalgia for, that you've known a while. Now, Six of Cups can also be children. For some reason, that is coming to mind as well. Especially with the Page of Pentacles, that can be a child. Reason I say that, outside of the cards, is Moon is currently transiting in the Nakshatra, or constellation of Pushya, which is the constellation tied to motherhood. And the opposite constellation is Shravana right now, which is the constellation or Nakshatra of children. So, for some of you, this could be related to children. Now, in the past, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So, slowly working towards something there in the past. It was slow going, but the work was definitely being put in. Now, your strength, we have the Page of Wands. So, you're excited about something. Okay. It's not a lot there in the strength, but the immediate future kind of eases that worry for me a little bit. Because in the immediate future, we have the Knight of Wands. So there's a ramp up in energy there. Going from a page to a knight. In the immediate future, you really want to take action on something that you're passionate about. Now, the supportive energy, the Hermit, introspection, healing. That is supporting you in this reading. Sorry, it's really loud thunder outside. Okay. If it becomes relevant, I'll mention what Nakshatra that's tied to. But there's a few. Alright. Now, the hidden energy. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So, what's hidden from you is a sense of independence, financial abundance. Maybe you're struggling financially. Now, hopes and fears, Two of Cups. Hoping for something tied to a relationship, fearing that that's not going to happen for you. Unless you're ace, in which case, congrats. Enjoy your life. Alright. Now, hopes and fears. Potential outcome, we have the Eight of Wands. Okay. So, this can be communication, this can be travel. Let's clarify and really see what's going on here. Why the Page of Pentacles for the overall energy? Alright. Eight of Pentacles, Fool, Page of Swords. Okay. So, this is a new beginning. You're really working towards this. It's definitely something that you have a lot of curiosity about. There could be communication back and forth. We have 2 pages here. Now, either this is something brand new for you, which it could be with the Fool being there. But because you're showing me not a lot of energy, it's just the Fool and pages. Now, if it's brand new, that's fine. But if this is something that's been going on a while, maybe you're losing interest in it. Just, like I said, there's not a lot being put into this. Okay. Alright. And at the bottom of the deck, more clarification. King of Pentacles. Okay, there's actually a King of Pentacles behind this. Okay. This could be tied to your material world. Okay, so you're presenting a Page of Pentacles, but behind that is a King of Pentacles. Okay. Why the Nine of Swords for the heart of the matter? Temperance, Knight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. Okay, you're stressing about how long something is taking here. You're showing me it's taking a very long time to balance something out, to heal. You're struggling to be patient with this one. Especially when it comes to communication. Now, this is tied to that Nine of Pentacles. Now, Nine of Pentacles is the hidden energy. So, that very much could be someone else's energy. Someone who is independent. Okay. Four of Swords is the bottom of the deck. Yeah, right now, you're trying to rest and heal. For some of you, I definitely get that there are sleeping issues going on. With Nine of Swords and Four of Swords showing up. Alright. Why is Strength the challenge here? Five of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Death. Okay. Yeah, it's a challenge to be strong because you're dealing with a sense of loss. Heartbreak because of an ending. Very clear. Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You're looking forward to something coming in. Now, from what I'm seeing here, I'm getting a vibe of you wanting communication from this person that things ended with. Now, I could be wrong, but with your focus being on the Six of Cups, it's leaning in that direction. Why the Six of Cups? Yeah. Chariot, Two of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So, you're focused on this happening fast, or this happening slowly. You have the slowest card in tarot with the Knight of Pentacles, the fastest with the Chariot. Yeah, Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You want some kind of emotional offer, and this is tied to the past. Knight of Pentacles there. So let's clarify that Knight of Pentacles. Strength. Ace of Wands, the Judgment. Okay. Yeah, in the past, someone was taking things very slow. Especially when it came to finding the strength to make a decision and take action. Okay. Not really showing me more than that. So, why the Page of Wands? in your strength. Ten of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Five of Cups. Okay, it's been very difficult dealing with this past sorrow, these past regrets. But that's starting to change. You're starting to feel excited about things again. So you're healing here. And excitement looks like it's growing, because the Knight of Wands is in the immediate future after that. But at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Eight of Swords, so you're definitely overthinking things. Okay. So you're overthinking, but you're excited. Gotcha. Alright, why the Knight of Wands in the immediate future? The World, Queen of Cups, Three of Wands. Okay. So, you're closing out a cycle of waiting for someone to come in. This is someone that you had a lot of love for. Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, there we go. Going down from the Three of Wands to the Two of Wands. The desire to wait is waning. That cycle's starting to close out. And you get more excited the more you think of no longer waiting for that. Also, for some of you, Three of Wands can be distant shores, and the World can be world travel. Especially with the potential outcome being the Eight of Wands. For some of you, there could be travel or a move taking place. Now, transit-wise, mid-May to mid-June, Sun is going to move into your 4th house. So if it's tied to getting a home, that is likely when that would take place, because that's when your focus will be on the 4th house. If not, then Sun will be in the 3rd house for you from mid-April to mid-May. So, there could be travel in that time frame. Okay. Alright, let's see the Hermit in the supportive energy. I don't know why that Eight of Wands keeps drawing me in. Alright, why the Hermit? Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, the Hermit. Yeah, a lot of introspection and healing. But I'm getting more introspection. This is definitely coming from a more mental headspace. Rather than like an emotional space or, even a spiritual space. This is tied to the Ten of Pentacles. So a committed relationship or a living situation. Okay, Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck, leaning a committed relationship. Alright, now let's see the Nine of Pentacles in the hidden energy. Now this is tied to communication that you were waiting for. So why the Nine of Pentacles there? Okay. Nine of Swords, Three of Cups, the Four of Wands. Okay, so this person is very stressed regarding reuniting, bringing this back together, and having a committed relationship, living together. There's a lot of stress when it comes to that. Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So it looks like there could be that solid communication, and it's tied to working on things. But, like I said, there's not a lot being put in, but there is a King of Pentacles behind that. We saw that earlier. Okay. So, the Eight of Wands could be very important. We'll see. Why the Two of Cups and the hopes and fears? Page of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Two of Cups. Okay, yeah, really hoping for that solid communication tied to a committed relationship. That's being doubly highlighted here. Four of Pentacles, you want to hold on to this. Looks like they might want to as well. Let's see the Eight of Wands. Okay, Lovers, Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands. Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Alright. So, this is a strong romantic soul connection. And passion is actually growing for this. Now, I do think this is tied to someone from the past, rather than someone new. And this does make sense. Especially because... Now, I wouldn't say this is taking place in May, though. This is leaning June. Because in June, Mars and Ketu are both going to be in your 7th house of relationships. Now, Mars and Ketu is not going to be easy. Five of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. And we have Knight of Wands and Queen of Wands. This is going to be a very fiery communication. I do see it's a strong connection, but that's going to be a war zone. So, if you want this to work out, just know it's not going to be easy. Like, it looks like you two are going to have to fight each other to be together. Yeah, definitely a lot of arguing. Okay. Now, of course, I'm not talking about if this was someone who was abusive. No. Just definitely move on with your life. No one deserves to be abused in a relationship. Okay. Now, moving past that, let's look at your final cards before we move on to your oracle cards. Okay, Queen of Cups, Death, Four of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, what ended, I see you're still wanting to hold on to. There's still a lot of love for that person. And now I get why the thunder is picking up, because it wasn't thundering when I started this reading. So, thunder is tied to Ardra. Ardra is the Nakshatra of the storm. Ardra is tied to heartbreak and sorrow and loneliness. Yeah, and King of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. And Ardra is represented by dogs. Now, I've clearly gotten that this Page of Pentacles, this King of Pentacles, is actually the person you're dealing with. And no, sex doesn't matter in tarot. It's about the energy of the card, masculine versus feminine. It has nothing to do with the sex. But, what I will say is, the dog is tied to Ardra. And for it to show me, this specific King of Pentacles, because the other one has different symbolism, that tells me that the person you were dealing with, this person from the past, is also just as heartbroken about this. Okay. Let's look at your oracle cards now. Alrighty. I think there have been 2 readings so far this month where they've shown a mostly positive reconciliation, which is actually rare. Usually I maybe get 1 of those that are positive a month. So, I don't know, it just hit me. Alright, let's see what's going on with the oracle cards here. Okay, we're talking about finances. For the most part. Alright. We have Great Fortune, Mature Man, and Sudden Wealth. Great Fortune is the best card in the Kipper Oracle deck. It means things are going to go your way. Now, whether you're this mature man, or this is a mature man that you know, I see a significant amount of money coming in. This could be a raise, this could be a promotion, which usually comes with a raise. I sure hope it does. Okay. But, looks good. Now, we also have poverty, wealthy man, and false person. Okay. So, you've been feeling a sense of lack, in particular financial lack. Now, I am getting that there is some wealthy man you can't trust. Usually I get this card as a financial increase, and I am seeing that for you. But there is someone here that you can't trust, and in particular, I'm getting it as a wealthy man. Okay, let's clarify. Why great fortune? Okay, not unsuccessful plans and wealth. Remember what I said. Great fortune is the best card in this deck. Meaning, you've been dealing with these unsuccessful plans financially. That's all about to change. Okay, now transit-wise, this makes complete sense. Saturn is moving into, well, it's already moved into Pisces, your second house. Meaning, you're going to be earning more money. Now, Saturn is slow, but we do have sudden wealth here. So there's something happening faster than usual when it comes to Saturn. Okay. So, why mature men? Okay, forest, muddled, unclear thinking, and cat, a two-faced friend. Okay. So, there's some older men. Well, either you're this older man dealing with someone, but they're likely an older man as well, or this is just an older man that you cannot trust. And I get that they're manipulating you, in particular because Moon will be in Ashleisha tomorrow. That is the Nakshatra of manipulation, and it is represented by cats. So, especially financially, there is an older man who is trying to manipulate you. Just be wary of that. Okay. Alright, why sudden wealth? Okay, cards don't want to get grabbed. Alright, yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. Skull, hidden secrets can harm you. Okay, so you're feeling like this isn't in reach for you. Because normally I don't have an issue grabbing my cards. That's very clear. Yeah, you're frustrated that this hasn't happened for you yet. Now, hidden secrets can harm you. If you know that there are some secrets that could come out that could hurt you financially or in your career. In particular, if there is an older man that knows these secrets, be very careful. Especially when Saturn moves into, well, I'd say this is happening sooner rather than later. And I think Saturn's already in Uttar Bhadrapada. When it's in Uttar Bhadrapada, which, like I said, I think it already is, I would expect this to happen in May. There could be hidden secrets that come out that can affect you financially. But I do see you overcoming these issues. But like I said, they will pop up. But you're going to overcome them because great fortune's here. Alright, why poverty? Pineapple, reconciliation. And bull, do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Okay, I did see something about a reconciliation with someone where it would be difficult. Okay. Why wealthy men? Career and bowl. Plenty of material things. Okay. So, like I said, I get this as a financial increase tied to your career. Any way we slice it. And that's because right now, while I'm filming, Moon is in Pushya, the Nakshatra of prosperity. It's tied to career success. So, definitely I see that. Now, let's see false person. This person that you weren't able to trust. Now, it does look like there's a reconciliation with them. Yeah. So let's see. Okay, Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Door. Opportunities are waiting for you. Okay. So, this person may have been being dishonest before. But it looks like things are changing. And there's an opportunity between you and this person to reconcile. Now, it doesn't matter what sex or gender this person is. Like I said, wealthy man, I get mainly as a financial increase card. Now, one thing I will say is Pushya is a Nakshatra or constellation that is tied to being overly focused on one's education, career, religion, to the point that their partner cheats on them or breaks up with them. Now, if that happened here, I personally do not believe in continuing a relationship where someone has cheated. I believe the relationship is done and dusted at that point. Now, that is my own personal belief. If that happened, if you know it did, then you have to make the decision. Are you willing to forgive them for that? Like I said, me personally, never. I think once that loyalty is betrayed, that trust is gone, moving on. Okay. That's my final word on that for y'all. Yeah, so it's your choice to make. But I do see there is a strong opportunity for reconciliation, for mending things with them. Alright, but that's what I have for you, Aquarius. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out me in the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the bell icon and select all. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, the links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. And if you'd like to donate to help support the channel, the links to those will be in the description box as well. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.